back to the Box of Lights game channel. We're learning to play Arkham Horror. Tricky game, lots of stuff to remember, and that means inevitably I need to start this episode with a few little corrections. Nothing major, but a few little things. First thing is discards. I put these off to the side, and all discards should go face down on the bottom of their respective decks. So these two skills should be here, and these two common items should be under here. Alright, and I'm going to put a knife on the bottom. And that's important because of Ashkan's scrounging ability, where he can look at the bottom of the common item, unique item or spell deck. Next is the Servants of Glarkey, which came into play when allies left town, when the terror track went up. Now the first one I placed in the outskirts because I assumed it counted towards the monster limit in Arkham, because it arrived at Independence Square, but they don't. These are spawn monsters, and you can recognise them by this red circle in the lower left here. And this is a new rule added by the Dunwich Horror expansion, and that says that they do not count towards the monster limit. So let's go put this back in Independence Square, which is at the top here. I'll grab the base for it. And this also means during the last term, when this Mythos card came out, there was a moon, and we said no monsters moved, but now of course with this Servant of Glarkey with the moon here, it would move, and it will follow the arrow down to downtown. And then finally, at the end of our last turn, we brought in a new Servant of Glarkey, and again it was at Independence Square. So this one, again having the red circle, it's a spawn monster, should still be on Independence Square. So up it goes. So there we go, 7 monsters in Arkham, and we're ready to start the next turn. Ashkan Pete kicks things off, and upkeep. Given Pete's going to have a crack at going through one of these gates, I think we'll just move his speed down to 2, sneak up to 4. And Jacqueline, well, she's in trouble here. She's got to evade this monster and possibly fight this one, which isn't that tough, I suppose, but is pretty horrifying. So I think what we're going to do is we're just going to head off, I think, just try and move 1 to the river town, get out of this situation, and with our focus of 2 we can also, so as moving our sneak up to 3, let's move our fight up to 4. I don't think we're going to pass this wheel check no matter what, so we might as well try and fight the thing a little bit better. Okay, now we roll for Jackie's blessing. Remember, anything but a 1 is what we're hoping for. Just 1 die. Alright, we're good. So we don't lose our blessing. Movement now, remember, Pete's got a speed of 2, but all we want to do is head Pete off to the Witch House, end our turn here and take on this Night Gaunt. But although he's pretty aware, we've got a -2 modifier to our sneak. The trouble with this Night Gaunt is he's got -2 modifier to our combat checks, and he needs 2 hits to kill. And Pete's only got a fight of 5, so that'll be 3 dice, 2 successes. I think we're pushing our luck a little bit too far. So let's try and evade this Night Gaunt. We've got a sneak of 4, and a pallid mask gives us +2 to evade checks, so that's 6 dice. -2 from the Night Gaunt's awareness is 4 dice. Alright, we've got 2 successes in there, that'll do us. Now the same kind of test for Jacqueline. She's going to try to evade the Chthonian, who's got an awareness of +1. Jacqueline's got a sneak of 3, but she does have her blessing, so 4s count as successes as well. So 3 dice, +1 from the Chthonian means she also gets 4 dice. And we get 2 successes. So off Jacqueline goes to Rivertown. We're not going to bother evading this thing, so let's go straight into the horror check. And it's -3. Pretty horrific. Okay. So we know we're going to fail. Jackie's only got a will of 2, so that means we're going to take 2 sanity damage. But that's okay, we've got 3 left. Alright, Jacqueline's sanity is quite high, it started at 7 anyway. Now we move into combat, and it's a +0 and we need 2 successes. Jacqueline's got a fight of 4, but let's not take any chances. With 2 successes, that's still pretty poor odds. Let's use our holy water, which gives us +6 to combat checks, so that's 10 dice. Alright, this should do the job. Jacqueline faces the Elder Thing, grabs her bottle of holy water and throws it. We're looking for 2 successes. Alright, we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 successes, plus our 4s, remember, that's 7 successes, easy. So that holy water was pretty good in the end. We defeat the Elder Thing. We're going to take this as a monster trophy. So this is Jacqueline's to keep now, and it's worth this number here, 2, in monster toughness. We'll give this little token back to Glarkey to know we've got 1 more monster free to join Arkham. And of course, for using this magical weapon, this holy water, discard after use. So this goes back under here. Encounters now then. Let's see what happens. Well, Pete's going to get dragged through this gate in Lost Carcosa, and this is one of our other worlds introduced by the Dunwich Horror. And Jackie's in the streets, so no encounter for Jackie. Other world encounters for Ashcan Pete's. There's a yellow. And it says, Lost Carcosa, if Hasta is the Ancient One, then you are in grave danger. He's not his Glarkey. If Hasta is not the Ancient One, nothing happens. Alright, we'll take that. Now we're ready for a Mythos card. City gripped by blackouts. It's a headline. And we've got a gate appearing at the Unvisited Isle. But that's alright. We've got an Elder sign there. You remember that was the first gate we closed. So nothing's happening. A clue appears at the Science Building. Let's grab a clue. And the Science Building's here. So that's a clue in the Science Building. That's pretty good. Monster movement next. We have hexagons going white, but we have none. Slashes, triangles, stars moving black. Our Gug is a slash, so he's going to finally move, and he's going to move down the black arrow to Uptown. Our Night Gaunt has a diagonal line as well, so that's a flying monster. This gives me an opportunity to clarify once more how the flying monsters move. They will move to a connected street area, and that's connected street area if there's an investigator there. If there's no investigator in a connected street area, then they will move to the sky. If there's an investigator at a location or street area where they are, then they don't move at all, they'll just stay there. And then the investigator will have to evade or combat the Night Gaunt here in the next turn. So for us, the Night Gaunt's going to take to the sky. Next time the Night Gaunt would move, every street location is deemed to be connected to the sky. So if there's any investigator in a street location, he'll swoop down into that street location. So remember, we're moving these, so there's diagonal lines we've done, triangles and stars. I don't think we've got any stars, but we do have a triangle. I think that's our Chthonian here at the Black Cave. These green bordered ones, they don't move per se, but they have a special ability on the back, and that explains what you do if they are forced to move. They instead execute this text that's on the back. And this one says, instead of moving, roll a die. On a 4 to 6, all investigators in Arkham lose 1 stamina. So that's not so bad. But it does say in Arkham. Now remember, Ashcan Pete is not in Arkham. He's off in Lost Carcosa, so it's only Jacqueline who's going to roll this 1 die. We're looking for a 1, 2 or 3 to not take a stamina hit. It's a 6. So Jacqueline's going to lose 1 stamina. But we don't want to do that. We're going to have Jacqueline use her enchanted jewellery instead, which says put 1 stamina token from the bank on enchanted jewellery to avoid losing 1 stamina. Alright, so we're going to do that now. So we'll take 1 stamina token from the bank and place this on enchanted jewellery. Right, job done. Now we can read the headline. The city is gripped by blackouts. The general store, curiosity shop and the old magic shop are closed until the end of the next turn. Leave this card in play until then to indicate this. So we close the general store, curiosity shop and the old magic shop. The game does come with these like closed door markers, so you can place these to show that these places are closed, but we don't need to do that because we've got the card in play. We're just going to leave this in play until the end of the next turn to remind us that these 3 places are closed. And this is bad for us because these 3 places are 3 locations you can go to in Arkham to buy stuff, to spend money. Actually, we don't have any money, so it's not going to impact us a great deal, but general store, curiosity shop, magic shop, where you can go and buy items, magic and unique items. That's it, we survived another turn. Jacqueline's going to kick things off for us next time.